very interesting story to tell you. Today we are telling the story of Ghana's one and only, the very first state comedian, Ajax Bukana. Ajax Bukana. Now, did you ever know that there was a time that Ghana had a state comedian? The very first comedian recognized in Ghana as the state comedian. My brother, my sister. And from that time, we have never ever had a state comedian again. It happened in the days of Kwame Nkrumah, the first president and the founder of this nation today called Ghana. My brother, it's the same thing that happened. We also had a national band. It was known as the Ramblers International Band. And it also happened in the days of Kwame Nkrumah. We had a national comedian. We had a national band. All in the name of Ghana by the visionary first president and founder of this nation, Dr. Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah. Today we're talking about the first comedian, state comedian of Ghana, by name Ajax Bukana. Ajax Bukana. A-J-A-X, pronounced Ajax. Bukana is B-U-K-A-N-A. Today I have the privilege to talk about Ajax Bukana, and it's going to last only 5 minutes. Ajax Bukana was born, my brother, my sister, in Nigeria. He was born in Nigeria, my brother, my sister. And, my brother, my sister, he died in 2006 at the age of 89. So can we calculate when Ajax Bukana was born? If he died in 2006 at the age of 89, my brother, my sister, then when was Ajax Bukana born? My brother, my sister, Ajax Bukana died in 2006. Students, I'm asking you. He died in 2006 at the age of 89. So how old was Ajax Bukana? At the time of his death, he was 89. So when was he born? When was Ajax Bukana born? My brother, my sister, this is the African History Class. Ajax Bukana was born in 1917. 1917. And Kwame Nkrumah was born in 1909. Hey. 1909. So Ajax Bukana was born 8 years after Kwame Nkrumah was born. And he was born in Lagos, Nigeria. My brother, my sister, he started off as a musician. He played alongside such wonderful Nigerian musicians as Bobby Benson. How many of us remember Bobby Benson? Put your hand up if you remember Bobby Benson. Now, Ajax Bukana played alongside great Nigerian artists as Bobby Benson, and he played octobass. In fact, Bobby Benson was originally named Bernard Ojabinjo, but he later named himself Bobby Benson as an artist. He was an entertainer and musician who had considerable influence on the Nigerian music scene. introducing big band and Caribbean idioms to the high lifestyle of popular West African music. Oh my God. Bobby Benson. Producer, find me a photograph of Bobby Benson. And there's a photograph of Bobby Benson sitting behind the piano. He played high life music. And he added a little bit of soca. My brother, Ajax Bukana played alongside Bobby Benson. He played Otto Beers. Yes, Otto Beers. My brother, my sister, in 1952, he came all the way to the Gold Coast. And when he looked at the environment, the peace, the lovely people, he decided that he would live in this country. This was 5 years before Ghana transformed from the Gold Coast into this beautiful country called Ghana. Hey! See what happened? Now, when he arrived in Ghana, he decided to stay. Brother, my sister, at Agege. How many of us know the area in Ghana, better still in Accra here, known as Agege? These days, I don't hear people say Agege. But he lived in Agege. In fact, in Dansuman, the Dansuman estate, just around a place called Begbese, Agege. Begbese, Agege. Ajax Bukana lived there. My brother, my sister, this is Bobby Benson and his big band. And you look at the Otto Beers, the man playing the Otto Beers at the back there. That was Ajax Bukana playing Otto Beers in the band of Bobby Benson in the days until he relocated to Ghana. In fact, the Gold Coast in 1952. In Ghana, he experimented with his singing. Remember, he was predominantly an instrument player. Now he went into serious singing. Hey. He sang. And then he introduced acrobatics into his music and comedy. Ghanaians will rather come to watch Ajax Bukana. And here you can see Ajax Bukana playing bass. My brother, my sister, he formed a band by name the Ajax All-Star Band with Ajax Bukana himself playing bass. Oh, what a talented musician. And interestingly, he will play in the band with his face painted, as you see here. He will add a lot of comedy to his music, dance, do acrobatics, and everybody loved Ajax Bukana. Something interesting happened. In 1956, a year before the independence of this country, oh my God, Ghanaians, or at that time the Gold Coasters, were so interested in listening to songs like this.
Don't know much about history, don't know much biology, don't know much about a science book, don't know much about the French I took, but I do know that I love you, and I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. Don't know much about geography, don't know much trigonometry, don't know much about algebra, don't know what a sliding rule is for, but I do know 1 and 1 is 2. And if this one could be with you, what a wonderful world this would be. Now I don't claim to be an A student, but I'm trying to be. For maybe by being an A student, baby, I can win your love for me. Don't know much about history, don't know much biology, don't know much about a science book, don't know much about the French I took, but I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. La ta 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 ta. History. Biology. Oh, la ta 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 ta.
The music of Sam Cooke. My brother, my sister, interesting piece of music by all standards. Of course, it was not Sam Cooke who came to Ghana. At that time called the Gold Coast, it was another singer by name Louis Armstrong. He was the one who came to this country, my brother, my sister. He was the one who came into this country, my brother, my sister. And when he arrived in this country, Ajax Bukana was there to welcome him. And you saw the photo earlier, the photo of Louis Armstrong and, of course, Ajax Bukana. Producer, put up that photograph quickly. Photograph of Ajax Bukana and Louis Armstrong. My brother, my sister, yes, you put it up earlier. Put it back. Put that photo back. Black and white photograph with Ajax's mouth opened. My brother, not this one. The other one, Ajax Bukana, and this one, this photograph. So this is Ajax Bukana meeting up with Louis Armstrong. My brother, my sister, this was what happened. He met with Louis Armstrong, and it was all interesting. He made the people laugh, and you can see the people at the back, everybody smiling and laughing. It was such a wonderful time. My brother, my sister, Ajax Bukana, Ajax Bukana, Ajax Bukana. What? He made everybody smile. Everybody was extra happy. He danced. He cracked jokes. Jokes that will never be forgotten. Brother, my sister, will never ever be forgotten. Powerful jokes. My brother, my sister, Ajax Bukana. Now listen to what happened next. Kwame Nkrumah saw Ajax Bukana and fell in love with him. What happened next? He decided that he would be the state comedian. State comedian. He sent him to Russia, to the Russian circus school, where he learnt his art well and returned to the country to become the state comedian. My brother, my sister, that was how Ajax Bukana was able to take comedy to another level in this country. He got married to a Sierra Leonean woman, and they had one child. He ended up naturalizing and becoming a Ghanaian. His wife, also a Sierra Leonean, became a Ghanaian. They continued to live right there at Agege, Dansoman Estate. Nkrumah gave him a very beautiful place to live in. Interestingly, Ajax Bukana continued to do this until Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown in 1966. And when Nkrumah was overthrown, Ajax Bukana was arrested and jailed because he had close ties with Kwame Nkrumah. They didn't care whether he was a comedian or not. Remember, Ajax Bukana himself was born in 1917 in Lagos. And he was christened at birth James Kahinde. Brother, my sister. James Kahinde Ajayi. James Kahinde Ajayi. And Kahinde is spelled K-E-H-I-N-D-E. Ajayi is A-J-A-Y-I. My brother, my sister, he was imprisoned, but he was released after when they realized that Ajax had done nothing to be imprisoned. He still remained in Ghana, refusing to go to Nigeria, continued with his work. When Jerry John Rawlings became president of this nation, he continued to do comedy night and day. Oh my God. And here you can see Ajax Bukana. He took Ghana comedy to another level. Ajax Bukana. Oh my God. You can't believe this. Ajax Bukana, my brother, my sister. Ajax Bukana, my brother, my sister. The state comedian continued his art like that. And Rawlings several times told him that he had become old and therefore he should retire. But Ajax loved what he did best, comedy. Every 6 match parade, he will be there. He will join the marching people. All his teeth were gone, left with just one. He lost his wife to death, but he continued to serve the good people of this country, even in old age when he couldn't walk too well. Ajax Bukana was told by the president over and over to retire until the president retired him forcefully. J.J. Rawlings gave him a very beautiful stool to honor him as the first and the only state comedian of the nation. He gave him so much to be able to send him into a comfortable retirement. Ajax Bukana fell ill. When he fell ill, many people visited him. Unfortunately, on February 28, 2006, at the age of 89, Ajax Bukana was gone. Ajax Bukana said bye-bye to us. He said bye-bye to us. He died at the age of 89, and that was how it all ended. My brother, my sister, today we remember a powerful citizen of our nation. He was originally born Nigerian in Lagos in 1917. James Kahinde Ajayi. He became Ajax Bukana. He came to Ghana, in fact, the Gold Coast in 1952. He did comedy all through. He was recognized as the one and only state comedian after his training in Russia. Nkrumah was arrested. In fact, his government was arrested and he was sent into exile. Ajax Bukana was also arrested and he suffered whilst he was in jail. When he came out, my brother, my sister, he continued to do comedy for this nation. He died at the age of 89 on the 28th day of February in 2006. Today we remember you, Papa. Papa Uninyaminko. Papa Uninyaminko. Oh, Papa. Ajamoborura Ribanlawo. Oh, Anabi. Uninyaminko. Oh, Papa. Baba now. Baba now. Oh, Uninyaminko. 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 Oh, Ajax Bukana. Today we remember this great son of the land. May his body, mind, and soul rest in perfect peace as we remember him. Ajax Bukana, Ghana's only state comedian. He came into this country 5 years before the independence of this nation. He held on to the power of this nation. My brother, my sister, today we remember you, Ajax Bukana.